while researching about Canada, I searched on Google and I found a CN Tower. It's in Toronto. So on that day, I downloaded the image of CN Tower and I kept it as a wall screen paper on my mobile. So it reminds me daily of that. Okay, this is my dream. This is where I have to move ahead. I am Bhati Aniket. I come from Bhilwara, Rajasthan, and I'm born and brought up in Mumbai. So I've completed my 10th and 12th from Mumbai. So in my 10th standard, the marks which I got was 83%. After my 12th, I moved to Rajasthan, Udaipur. And this is one thing, like if I wouldn't have moved to Rajasthan, away from my family, away from my comfort zone, I don't think I would be able to survive in Canada without my family. But now I'm prepared for it because I have already stayed 4 years away from my family and manage my own stuff. So I think now I am prepared. So it's one thing, like if you go directly, then you won't be able to manage, or if you still manage, you will go through a hard way. But if you go 1 or 2 years in a boarding school or a hostel, then you will deal with it in a quite better way. And I made a bit research of it. Okay, so which is the country where there are pharmacists in demand? And I came across Canada. So while researching about Canada, I searched on Google and I found a CN, that's a monument or sculpture called CN Tower. It's in Toronto. So on that day, I downloaded the image of CN Tower and I kept it as a wall screen paper on my mobile. So that day and this day, this is still on my wallpaper. So it reminds me daily of that. Okay, this is my dream. This is where I have to move ahead. So it back in my subconscious mind, it keeps me motivating and pushing me further towards my aim or my goal that I have to move to Canada. Well, so there are a bit of major factors and minor factors that I think one should consider while choosing a country to pursue their further education. So the minor factor includes like the part-time job availability in that country. And the next thing is like weather. If I can't tolerate a weather of Delhi, there's no chance of that I will able to tolerate the weather of Canada, or because it's a cold country. It's not in the tropical zone like in India. So if that is also one factor, like if you can't tolerate, then Australia is better for you because the climate in Australia is like more or less similar to India. Or New Zealand, like even though New Zealand is cold, but then over there the part-time job availabilities are less. And the next, I think it's not that important, but still it's worth considering it. Like uh, that's always a limit of working 20 years part-time. It's in all the major developed countries. Like you can't work for more than 20 years while you are studying. But then Canada allows you to work freelancing. There are like such website like rave.com or UHRS. If you heard about it, I don't know, where you can freelance and you can earn a decent, not even a minimum wage, but still you can manage to earn $8 to $10 an hour. And this is not counted in the 20 hours limit. You can work for your 20 hours and additionally you can work for 8 hours a hour, which is like not bad. But then New Zealand doesn't allow you to do that. So even that is one of the factor. And if your purpose for moving abroad is like money, then Canada is not for you, because the Canadian government like charges 30 to 35% of your income would go into the taxes, which is like not in the case of Hong Kong or Australia. Over there, the tax bracket is like very low, 8% or 20% in Australia. So if you want to make money, then I would advise you to move to Australia or Hong Kong or Singapore. Singapore also much better. It's an Asian country. You are traveling to India and Singapore would be not take much of your time, and you can make a very good income. But if your purpose is a quality lifestyle, a peaceful lifestyle, a better education system, a free education system, I would say, for your kids till like 12th standard, then Canada is for you. A free healthcare system, then Canada is for you. Then I would advise you to study and go abroad with you take a decision for Canada. And also the pathway to PR, it's like the easiest would be the Canada. Like I never heard someone, my friend or someone whom I know, have got his PR in UK, Australia. Yeah, they give PR, and but then it's like not for all of them. But then Canada, like each and everyone, like even if you are going after your 12th, you just have to move or change to a province, and then you will able to get a PR. Well, after landing in Canada, there is no particular such thing that I will do, but there are few things that every student, including me, should do that. The first thing is that to get your SIN number, get the GIC activated. The SIN number is like in India we have a PAN card, PAN number. Similarly, they have a SIN number. So you cannot work legally in Canada without the SIN number. So that should be the first thing which anyone should do. And second is to activate the GIC. So GIC is you have to create it's a guaranteed investment certificate, which is like you have to deposit $10,000 Canadian dollars in a Canadian account. If you are getting your if you are applying in for your visa in SDS category, then this is must. This is the foremost requirement to get a visa approved in SDS category. So, so activating your GIC account is also one of the things that every student should do. This is like the first priority. Well, to be very honest, none of my friend I think would be jealous. All of them were happy as far as I know them. And few of my friends who are already in Canada. Like I have 2 to 3 friends who are already in Canada. But then earlier they were happy. But then when I said that okay, I am coming to Canada. Earlier they used to say, okay, you come, brother. We will manage and we will look for your accommodation and then plan like whatever happens. But then now they're like, you come, we will see to it. And it's not their fault. It's like whenever you move to a foreign countries, your time is valuable. Like even if he would be working for a minimum wage, each hour of his is worth for $15. And if he spare his 1 hour for me, means he's sparing a $15. So even this is something which is to be considered. So I can't rely totally on, and this is my advice. Like if anyone is planning to move abroad, then don't completely rely on your friends or your family, someone who is already there, because no one is gonna help you. You have to manage it yourself, because each and every hour of them is like worth not less than $15. While deciding a country in which we want to move, there is one more important factor that we should consider is like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very underrated app. On LinkedIn, if after creating account, we can talk to students who are already pursuing the program that you want to pursue in the university, in the city that you want to pursue. So why don't you use that platform? Like you can talk to them, and there are many people who are like ready to help you. So you should ask them, okay, what's the scope of my course over there? You are already pursuing that program. How is it? What would you advise me? Should I come over there with that program, or should I move to a different country? And they will genuinely help you. They will guide you, and this way you will be able to make a much better decision. During my journey of moving abroad, there was no one whom I can rely on or who can guide me. So if I can make a bit of an impact in someone else, if some aspirants to study abroad, then it would be grateful for myself as well. So I saw a YouTube video, I guess, over there, where I came across the YouTube that students who wants, each and every students need a accommodation in whichever country or whichever college they move. So that it was a forum where like students from different places come together and discuss about their accommodation and fees and like. So this is how I came across to Yocket.